Which brings us to another important point. And it's really a beautiful thing, and it's worth sharing it just for its beauty, but it's also an important understanding. We're now in the 3 weeks from the 17th of Tammuz until the 9th of Av. The Kabbalists teach that on the one hand it is historically been negative. We know that the other side of that is that therefore there is a tremendous amount of hidden light more than any other time of the year that we can reveal. As most of us know, I assume, the Ari prescribed a very specific meditation for these 3 weeks. And I want to talk, there's different aspects to it, but I'll talk about just one aspect of it. It's one of these things that, I've been reading and studying this meditation for about 20 years or so now, more. But this year, I hope for all of us, we have, as is always meant to be, a deeper, newer understanding about it. The Ari explains that really at the source of all negativity, which means at the source of all pain, suffering, illness, and death, are two names that are really taken over by the negative side. They're positive names, but they are able to be controlled, taken over, and this is what happens during these 3 weeks. This is what happens whenever there is pain, suffering, illness, or chas v'shalom, death. And the two names, as the Ari tells us, are the word Elohim, spelled, we know there's different ways to spell out those letters, Aleph, Lamed, Hey, Yud, and Mem. And when it's spelled with the letter Hey, with addition of the name Aleph, Daled, Nun, Yud, Adonai, those two names together can create Tsara. The numerical, those two names together have the same numerical value as Tsara, which means difficulty or difficult time. The Ari prescribes a very powerful 3-name combination to counteract that. And again, I'm assuming we all know this. If not, again, I don't think we'll be able to explain it all now, but you should definitely look into it because it's the most important meditation to have during these 3 weeks. The Tet Daled Hey Daled, Chav Vav Zayin Vav, the letters that come before the tetragrammaton, and the 4 letters that come after, and Mem Tzadik Pei Tzadik, the ones that are the change in what's called Atbash. Again, I know that I'm not giving enough of an explanation of this, but I'm hoping we all have these on paper somewhere or in our mind. But if you take those 3 names, Tet Daled Hey Daled, Chav Vav Zayin Vav, Mem Tzadik Pei Tzadik, their numerical value is the same numerical value as those 3 very negative names, not very negative, but names that can be used in a negative way. And you meditate to have the positive influence from those 3 names influence the Elohim and Adnei. Those other 2 names, you can transform Tsara, which is a difficult time, into Retzeh, which is a time of opening, the time that the light of the Creator is open to you. And again, if you don't know this, I highly, strongly recommend. You really can't get through these 3 weeks as you're meant to unless you're constantly meditating on this process of taking those 3 names and sweetening and changing, transforming those other 2 names. Because they are, and it's true, by the way, not just during the 3 weeks, it's true anytime a person is in a level of tzara, a level of difficulty, to meditate for those 3 names to transform those other 2 names. But here's the amazing thing. The Ari, most of us know these meditations from the Ari. Where did the Ari get them from? So the Ari tells us, it's an amazing thing. We meditate on this a few different times in the Amidah prayer. The last time we do it is in the word Sim Shalom, give peace. And again, without going into the details, but I strongly recommend that you find with your teacher the time to go into the understanding of it, that in the last time we meditate on this transformation, this meditation, is when we transform, again, using the 2 letters Shin and the Sim Shalom. So the Kabbalists say an amazing, amazing thing. What happens on this Shabbat? What happened thousands of years ago on this Shabbat? Because of the action of Pinchas, the Creator says to Pinchas, Hineni noten lo et briti shalom. I give to him the gift of peace. What is the gift that the Creator gave Pinchas on the Shabbat? He gave him the gift of this meditation. The ability to use it, Tet Dalet, Hey Dalet, Chav Vav Zayin Vav, Men Tzadik Peit Tzadik, to transform the Elokim and Adnei into, from Tsara, from difficulty, because that's really the action of Pinchas. Right? He took a negative time when people were dying and he transformed it into light. Not only into light, into eternal light. That's the gift that the Creator gives us on the Shabbat. That's the gift the Creator gave Pinchas thousands of years ago. Briti Shalom, I give him the everlasting ability to use this meditation. And this brings us to the most important part. We all do this meditation, right? Hopefully most of us do this meditation 3 times a day. But why, for most of us, are we not yet able to transform every tzara to retzeh, every time of difficulty to a time of opening of the light to the Creator? Because of the 3 things that we spoke about. Meditations, especially this, which is one of the most powerful meditations that the Ari reveals to us. And now we understand, it's not that the Ari revealed to us, it's the Creator revealed to Pinchas. But more important than revealing the letter combinations to Pinchas on the Shabbat, the Creator gave him both the ability to have the soul that can use it. Knowing these meditations is we say 1%. Having the ability to use it is the 99%. How do you have the ability to use it like Pinchas? Because this is the gift that is given to Pinchas, given to us on the Shabbat. The ability, as we spoke on Rosh Chodesh, but it's the gift of Tammuz and Av. It's the gift. That's why it's not a coincidence that Pinchas comes out during the 3 weeks, because it's on this Shabbat that the Creator gave Pinchas not just the teaching from the Ari of how you change Tsara to Retzeh, difficulty to opening of light through those 3 names, to transform those 2 names, because that's a small part of it. Being able to know that meditation. How can you use that meditation? Unless your singular desire is Be'o Pnei Melech Chaim. I care about nothing else except my connection to the light of the Creator. Unless, as we said about Pinchas, you have a strong desire for nobody to know about what you do. And unless you're constantly doing Mesirut Nefesh, unless you're constantly giving up of yourself, knowing that meditation is almost nothing. But if you're pushing yourself in this direction, to really desire nothing else but Be'o Pnei Melech Chaim, really desiring nobody else to know about your connection, about what you do, and constantly doing actions of Mesirut Nefesh, of being up of yourself, then you can, to whatever degree, merit, like Pinchas, to have the power. And that's the gift given to him, the power of shalom, of the sim shalom, of the ability to transform Tsara to Retzeh, pain, difficulty, illness, to opening of ever-flowing light. It's an amazing, amazing gift. Separate, probably, than becoming the person, and we won't go into the details of this, but becoming the person who can use this meditation. It's appreciating it. As I said, for me, one of the most exciting things about this year is not just that I have a deeper understanding about this meditation, because when you realize it's not just Chas v'Shalom, just the Ari, but it's not just that the Ari a few hundred years ago told us, came up with this meditation, but this was the gift. This was the gift given by the Creator to Pinchas for immortality. You have to appreciate it. You have to appreciate it. To the degree that you appreciate it, really appreciate it, and to the degree that you become the person who can use it. We are given on this Shabbat the most powerful light, tool, elevation, to not only draw endless light of transformation, because that's what this Shabbat is about, taking illness, taking pain, taking darkness, and having the power, the ability to be the person with the tools who can make that transformation. B'ezrat Hashem, may we all merit to be pushed by Pinchas on this week and this Shabbat to become a new person who desires what Pinchas desires, who uses the tools as Pinchas used them, and therefore given to whatever degree we can more of the ability to transform Tsara to Retzeh, any type of darkness, into great light. Shabbat Shalom.